All right, so which bucket do you draw your money from first? A pension, 401k, or Social Security? Now, I'm just going to lay out my plan because I know not everybody has a pension plan, and I do, thankfully. But most people have a 401k, and most people have earned a Social Security at some point. So my particular plan is going to be this. Because I have a pension plan and I'm retiring from my job that has that, even though I'm not retiring fully, I am going to, of course, start taking my pension next year when I leave this job. And then from that point on, I will decide, because I'm only going to be 60, I'm probably going to work for a while. And I will be able to draw that pension either way, because once I take it, it's mine to keep. And it has no effect on whether I get another job or anything else. Matter of fact, I can even double dip and draw Social Security starting at 62 if I choose to, which I may or may not do. We've talked about this in the past. And if you're new to the channel, I plan to take my Social Security at 62. I think everybody should, or somewhere between 62 and 65. I think it's a complete waste of your time and your money to wait until you're 67. But everybody's choice is their own, and you do obviously what works best for you. Now, if I start taking my Social Security, I will just take that money and deposit it into an account, an IRA or something, and let it make money on top of itself, because I don't need to take the Social Security for financial reasons. And I say that because with my pension, I'm well within my budget on my pension alone, that I don't really need to work or draw Social Security. Now, again, everybody has a different situation. My wife is going to continue to work and just going to cover me under her insurance. That makes my situation a little bit better because of that as well. Everybody seems to run into that at some point or another. Typically, our wives, our spouses for men, are typically younger than us. Not always, but typically. So I can say for my in-laws, the wife was younger. She continued to work for a few years until she hit Medicare age. He worked until he was at Medicare age and then retired, because that way they didn't have to worry about insurance. He could go sooner, and he could have, but that's not what he chose to do. Now, back to the buckets. I'm going to take my pension, and if I work part-time or full-time even, I will continue to put that money away and live just on my pension numbers. And everything I make otherwise will go toward helping my daughter with her school debt, helping my son with his school debt as needed, helping my kids the best that I can, because I won't necessarily need the extra money from working part-time. I'll just be doing it to keep busy and to keep from driving people nuts, because that's what we tend to do. And that's why I made the video about men prefer to work, because I think it's become obvious that a lot of us men tend to feel we need to take care of our family, so we work more in retirement than the ladies do. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not calling the ladies out for not working. I'm just saying, in general, I like to stay busy. I like to have a purpose. That doesn't necessarily mean I need to work full-time or will work full-time, but it's going to be an option for me. And everything I make on that side gig will go into my 401k bucket, because I'll be putting it into some kind of a long-term savings that can make money. So for me, I'm going to take my pension first. My second thing I'm going to do is going to be my Social Security. And whether I need the money or not, I'll start taking and putting that money away as well. I just think, because if you don't need it, there's no reason to just not save it. If you have a plan, if you're going to use it for your vacation fund, if you're going to put it away for 401k for future use, that's up to you. Ideally, anything I make beyond my pension for the next 4 years, because I can only draw this bigger pension number until I'm 65, and then what I can call my forever pension reduces down to $2,400 a month, and that's when I might need Social Security to actually help me pay. But that starts at 65. When that happens, that things may change. But between 60 and 65, I will be drawing that pension number, possibly kicking in some Social Security money and putting that money away. And anything I work on a part-time gig, if I do, may push back when I take Social Security, But I will put that money toward things that we want to do, things we want to buy, things we want to pay off if we have anything. We're debt-free otherwise, so I don't really have any debts I need to worry about. I just need to maintain my lifestyle. And the money we make, that my wife makes, will be the same way. We'll put that toward, continuing to live debt-free, pay for whatever bills, pay for vacations, like those trips that you've always wanted to take. That's what I would use any extra money for. Keep your budget within what you know your monthly income is guaranteed. That's what I've always lived by, or at least tried to. And that's obviously my philosophy going into retirement. You need to make sure you know what your budget number is based on your income sources and what your monthly bills are going to be. And then you live within that all the time. Then anything extra that comes in pays for all the extras you want to do. You can live the life of your dreams if you plan better. That's really the key to this. So again, my buckets are going to be pension, Social Security is going to go into savings, 401k will be there only if and when I need it. That is a bucket that I'm going to have to pay taxes on when the time comes. And I'm going to be doing a video on how to minimize some of those tax situations too after I get some more information, because there's a lot of people talking about that a lot of their retirement income sources or retirement income and savings is in tax deferred. So we need to find ways to mitigate that tax. But one of the key ways to do it is to wait until you really need it and only draw out what you need to make your numbers work. So when you're in a lower income situation, that's the best time to take from your 401k. Anyway, that's all I got for today. That's my sources. I'm going to take pension first. For those who don't have a pension, then obviously I would do Social Security and then 401k only to supplement. Because the way to make your 401k money last longer is to just take big chunks of it at a time. And then, of course, if you're using it only to supplement, that also minimizes your tax risk. So that's what I got for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.